good morning to everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the Sandton Amateur Radio Club Bulletin on this Sunday morning, the 7th of December 2025. Lovely day up in Johannesburg after weeks of rain, so it looks like it's going to be a nice one today. So enjoy, get out there and do some radio. To the club station of the Sandton Amateur Radio Club, Zulu Sierra 6 Sierra Tango November, which is operated today from the shack of Mark, Zulu Sierra 6 Mike Delta X. Once again, a warm welcome to everyone on frequency. I trust that you're having a great weekend thus far. This club bulletin is broadcast every Sunday at 0845 Central African time on the following frequencies: 145.700 megahertz, FM in the 2-meter band, 7.115 megahertz, the lower side band in the 40-meter band, via relay from the shack of Null, Zulu Romeo 6 Delta X-ray, and on Echolink under ZS6 Sierra Tango November Romeo. And for those of you who may have missed the bulletin, the recordings are uploaded to the club's YouTube channel on www.youtube.com/@Zulu Sierra 6 Sierra Tango November, together with the recordings of the club's Power Hour Tech Talks. The agenda for the bulletin today: we'll have a quick read-through of the South African Radio League news. We'll acknowledge the club birthdays, we'll talk club news, we'll look at the special topic of interest, and we'll do some calling to the swap shop on 40 meters and 2 meters. So starting with the South African Radio League Bulletin. In the news today, the AMSAT South Africa dual band Yagi Christmas special is available, and we'll look at the South African Radio League Awards, the council nominations and motions, also assist in the International Amateur Radio Research Project. Stay tuned for more information on these and other interesting news items. AMSAT South Africa dual band Yagi Christmas special is available. It's a 70 centimeter 2-meter handheld Yagi. It's available at a reduced price for a limited period. For details, download the order form from www.amsatsa.org.za. Christmas special expires on the 5th of January 2026. The antenna has a 50-ohm design driver. The Yagi has a unique element called an open sleeve, which is a director very close to the driven element. The driven element is sized for 2 meters. When operating on 70 centimeters, the open sleeve acts as part of the driven element on 70 centimeters, the third harmonic at 2 meters. The original concept was developed in 1946 by Dr. J.T. Boljan of the Stanford Research Institute, but was not introduced into amateur radio until the 1950s. The AMSAT SA version is based on the design by DK7 Zulu Bravo, with modifications by Whiskey Bravo 5 Charlie X-ray Charlie. Friday Hawk specials also continue on ARRL amateur radio books, and it continues until the 15th of December. The details and order form are on www.amateurradio.org.za. The South African Radio League Awards, its council nominations and motions. The nomination forms for the various South African Radio League Awards and trophies are available from the South African Radio League website, as are the forms for submitting a motion or a point of discussion at the 2026 AGM. The nomination forms for the various awards and to serve on council are available at https://mysarl.org.za/AGM-2026/. Please complete the forms and obtain all required signatures on one document. The closing date for award nominations, motions, points of discussion, and council nominations is midnight on Saturday, 31 January 2026. And they must be sent only to the Secretary of the SA at sarl.org.za. Do not wait until Friday, 30th of January 2026. Do it now. 2026 SARL Diary of Events is available for download on the SARL website under the events calendar, and 3 additional activities have been added, and the spelling mistake has been corrected. Moving on then, into this December is a YOTA month for several youngsters on the air, and the member societies will become active on the air with YOTA as suffix in the call sign. From midnight UTC on Monday the 1st of December to midnight on Wednesday the 31st of December 2025, international YOTA stations operated by young amateurs in their teens and early 20s will attempt to make many contacts worldwide with each other. This event is aimed at our young generation and is an excellent opportunity for clubs and youngsters to get on the air and see who's interested and find out more about amateur radio. Space sailors that are seeking download help as well. The ARRL reports that students at Cornell University are asking radio amateurs to help in listening for signals from the retroreflective laser cell on the Alpha CubeSat launched on 3rd of December. There's a lot of information on the ARRL website under Space Sailors seeking download. Please do take the trouble to go and have a look there. And information on the Alpha CubeSat can also be found on the alphacubesat.cornell.edu website. Also help required for meteor scatter experiments. The ham radio's Science Citizen Investigation ham site is seeking operators and monitors to participate in a series of upcoming meteor scatter experiments. Operations will take place on the 12th and 13th of December 2025 over a 48-hour period during the Gemini meteor shower. This is a combination of a special event and a contest to generate contact data during meteor scatter events using 10 meters 28.145 megahertz and 6 meters 50.260 megahertz. Suggested operating procedures can be found on the AMSI website. There's no special station equipment required, and the experiment uses MSK 144 operating mode as part of the WST-JTX suite. The functionality is very much like using ST8. It's easy to use. For more information on operating guidelines for the activity, visit the AMSI website. Contest news: the ARRL 10-meter contest is right around the corner on Saturday the 13th and Sunday the 14th of December. It's got something for everyone, whether you're a newcomer with low power and wire antennas or a long-established station with directional antennas. It is a 48-hour contest using TW and SSB, starting at midnight on Saturday and running through to midnight on Sunday. You can operate as much as you want. There is no mandated off time as there are in some other contests. There are entry categories for single operators and multi-operators, so you can choose to operate with friends or go at it alone. There is more information at http.arrl.org/10meter with the complete rules as well. Please do take the trouble to have a look there. And that concludes a quick summary of the SARL news for today. Let's talk about the Sandton Amateur Radio Club, ZS6STN. Let's start with the club members' birthdays for the week ahead. Just a quick retroactive view. Justin, well done and congratulations on your birthday for yesterday. I hope you are feeling good this morning. For the birthdays coming up in this coming week, for Zulu Sierra 4 Hotel, Jonathan Adams on the 12th, on the 9th. ZS6 Alpha Hotel Yankee, Albert Haysalman also on the 9th, and Chris Turner's wife, Robbie Turner, Zulu Sierra 6 Victor India Papa, also on the 9th of December. Angus Humphreys on the 11th of December, and ZS6 Golf Oscar, and ZS6 Juliet Kilo November Jeet Gunty is on the 13th. Congratulations and best wishes to all the celebration of birthdays. I hope you have a really good day. Okay, moving then on to the Sandton Club news. We've got the 40-meter club contest results, which were very, very interesting. On the fourth leg, we came 8th place out of 13 logs that we received. Not bad, a little bit of a drop there, but overall we did well. 3rd place out of 21 clubs that participated. We came in after the West Rand and the Noordkaap Club, so there's something to go after for next year. And just thanks to all the Sandton Club members who participated this year. That includes Zulu Sierra 6 Hotel India, Zulu Sierra 6 Mike Delta X-Ray, Zulu Sierra 6 Golf Lima, Zulu Sierra 6 Golf Victor Hotel, Zulu Romeo 6 Mike Sierra, and Zulu Romeo 6 Lima Charlie. Thanks to all of those guys for participating. It's really nice to see club members on the air and make contact with them during these contests. On the same note, the club contest, to encourage more club contest participation, there are some discussions around participating in 3 contests for the ZS6 Sierra Tango November Club during the year next year, and you'll get a club contest, a t-shirt and cap. The details will be announced later. So something to go after, not only just the points and getting the names on the board and getting the contest involved, but also something for you as well. Looking now forward, I think a lot of companies will be slowing down over the next couple of weeks for the December break. And to to coincide with it, we've got the Happy Holiday Hunt. This event will be run on the same principle as the Centenary Marathon, to promote on-the-air activity over the holiday period when work obligations are less interrupting or taking time from the importance of ham radio. Running from the 15th of December to the 15th of January, get on the air and enjoy the company of your fellow Zulu Sierra operators. I think it'll be a nice time just to catch up a little bit without the worries of work. So to speak. I'm just going to leave a break now, see if the chairman of Zulu Sierra 6 Hotel India is listening. If so, Keith, if you want to come in, if there's any club news that we've missed. Back to you, standing by for ZS6 Hotel India.
Morning, Mark. Can you hear me? ZS6 Hotel India.
Perfect signal there, no problem. Please go ahead.
Tell Mark. So, good morning to all on frequency. And just a correction, I'm not the chairman. The new chairman is Matthew, ZS6MDV. And he's been quite active on the group already in terms of trying to set the scene. And we had our committee meeting strategy session a while back. And you will have noticed that we did put out a poll on the system, the WhatsApp group, to poll people to find out whether you want to keep participating in the Wednesday evening club meets at the venue in Bryanston, 11 Kildoon Road. And we also asked you whether you would prefer a weekend, and it looks like the weekend is preferred by the majority. So we will have some discussions on that, and we'll make some decisions in the future in terms of transitioning potentially from a Wednesday evening to a weekend, because that seems to be preferred by the majority. And you've already given the club results for the 40-meter club contest there, Mark, so great, thank you very much for that. Yes, and we do have that incentive that's going to be running next year, as Mark has indicated, so we'll finalize all the details for that, and we'll put that into practice as well. And then I know that another Mark, ZS6MAK, he is our communications officer for the Sandton Amateur Radio Club, and he is already getting quite active in terms of setting up and getting everything ready for 2026. And there's been some discussions around branding and obviously collateral as well from that perspective. So nothing further really to report. The bulletin readers have been scheduled for 2026, and if you wish to be a bulletin reader, please do put up your hand, or you're willing to be a bulletin reader, please do put up your hand. If the more bulletin readers we have, the less frequently the bulletin readers have to get on air, and so you have a difference. You can listen to different people every week rather than the same person. Just deselecting there. I hope I'm still coming through, Mark, but we'll continue. And then obviously in March would be the field day. If you want to get involved as a field day contester, you need to let us know so that we can put you on the team. And in January, you all know that we host the QRP contest, and in the latter half of January is the next QRP contest. So that's something to really look forward to as well, besides the events taking place this December. ZS6STN, this is ZS6HI.
6HI, Keith, thank you very much for coming back, and thanks for the correction. I'm a little bit behind in time here, unfortunately. Congratulations to Matthew, and also to Mark for stepping up as a communications officer. Nice to see the involvement and, carrying it on from the ZS6STN perspective. Nice to see that the club's growing and getting stronger by the day. There's obviously lots to get involved in, and if you do want to contribute, please do join in. If you're uncertain now, don't be shy. Drop us a line on the WhatsApp group, or send an email to info@zs6november.org.za, and we'll be sure to get back to you. Just on that note, does anybody else have any club news or items of interest for those on frequency? Please do call in now. ZS6 Sierra Tango November is listening. And nothing heard, and hopefully somebody will come in on the call-ins later. So let's go into today's topic of interest, and this was actually raised interestingly by Chris Turner. And Chris actually mentioned this, and I don't know if the holiday feeling had any impact on this, because I know during holidays we all tend to work with flip-flops and walk around in flip-flops, but a lot of the guys are in the technical industry, so know about bits and bytes as well. So you combine the two and you get bit flip. Now what's a bit flip? Basically some interesting events that happened during this last week, where radiation from space led to more than 6,000 Airbus aircraft needing emergency computer updates. And this could become a growing problem as ever more microchips, get involved in running our lives. We all know about the deluge of AI and similar kinds of marketing and messaging that are coming from the technical industry right now. So what happened was the following. The pilot of the Jet 2 passenger jet announced that they need medical equipment over the radio to the air traffic control. His plane, an Airbus A320 commercial airliner, had suddenly and unexpectedly dropped altitude during a flight from Cancun in Mexico to Newark in New Jersey in the US on the 30th of October. 3 people appear to have suffered a laceration to the head, the pilot said. At least 15 people were later taken to hospital when the flight landed after being diverted to Florida. Later, this incident would lead to a mass grounding of more than 6,000 aircraft, one of the largest ever in aviation industry recalls. It triggered widespread disruption and cancellations over the final weekend of November 2025, one of the busiest of the year for air travel following Thanksgiving in the US. So the question is about what caused all of this. Turns out one of the presumed causes is tiny high-energy particles from outer space, according to Airbus. After an initial investigation by the company revealed that the sudden drop in altitude is linked to a malfunction in one of the aircraft's computers that controls moving parts on the aircraft's wings. The malfunction seemed to have been triggered by cosmic radiation bombarding the Earth on the day of the flight. In the meantime, though, scientists are increasingly monitoring space weather and neutron flux to better understand the potential impact on digital technology. As computer chips have become smaller, they've also become more vulnerable to bit flips because of the energy required to corrupt tiny packets of data has gotten lower and lower over time. Thus, more and more microchips are being loaded into products and vehicles, potentially increasing the chance that a bit flop could cause havoc. If nothing else, the JetBlue incident will focus minds across many industries on the risk posed to our modern microchip-dependent lives from cosmic radiation that originates from beyond our planet. If you think of something like the Carrington events and so on, it knocked out lots of communications and power lines and grids like that over a century and a half ago, in fact. Something like that happens again, and you looked at the solar radiation and so on over the last couple of months, some big flares, coronal mass ejections have come out. It's definitely going to have some effect that we have not planned for, let's put it that way. Okay, I think that's it for the day then. Thank you to everybody out there who's been listening and very interested in participation this morning. We trust that you've enjoyed the bulletin, and please do feel free to contribute ideas, comments, any constructive criticism to info@ZS6STN.org.za or on the WhatsApp. Feel free to get out there and key the mic on the one hand or hit the keyboard on the other. And as always, thank you for the stations that assisted with the relays. Thanks, Noel, and to those who contribute to the content to Chris from time to time. Much appreciated. Join us again next Sunday at 08:45 Central African time for the regular bulletin of the Sandton Amateur Radio Club. And we look forward to being on the air again at that time. This brings to a close the weekly club bulletin of the Sandton Amateur Radio Club, ZS Zulu Sierra 6 Sierra Tango November. Today operated by Mark, Zulu Sierra 6 Mike Delta X-Ray from Cruise QTH in Krugersdorp. Thank you to all, and 73s, enjoy the weekend and enjoy the sunshine. Zulu Sierra 6 Sierra Tango November now relinquishes all frequencies for general use.